Hey guys, Jay from Thundercat Lofts. Before I start my video and show you what's going on in the coop today, I want to show you the Versalaga all-in-one multi-mix. It's the grit mix. I was buying a different one for a while from a local guy. And then I bought another one from a local guy, which wasn't as good. And I just ordered this one off Chewy.com. I think it was $29, 22 pounds, and the birds absolutely love it. This is probably the best one yet. So I highly recommend you guys look into getting this. Alright, so I'm here in my loft, and I'll show you what's going on today. All the birds are down eating their food. Today, see if I can show you. Today I put some Vita King oil, some Be Pure, which is just brewer's yeast, but it does have a whole bunch of other it comes with the list inside, a bunch of other vitamins, and I also use the Breeder Advantage, and I use this and this almost every day I can. If I'm not in a rush, I'll try to give them this. I only do it, I feed these guys multiple times a day, at least twice a day, morning and night, sometimes multiple times a day, and only once do I put this in there. Today I did these two with the oil to make them stick, and I also gave them some new fresh grit. I give that every day. I've been using the multi-vitamin grit, which they seem to go crazy for. And in their water, I have, let me think, I put garlic juice, I put garlic juice, probiotics, and the what's that called? The apple cider vinegar, which I do every day. So probiotics, apple cider vinegar every day. Today I decided to throw in some garlic juice. It's been about a week since I've done that. So I have been trying adamantly to give these birds everything they can get, vitamins, minerals, additives. I've been giving them everything I can think of and do possibly to make them successful and give me good young birds. And right now they're all starting to feed their young, so I got to make sure they're extremely healthy for that, and also they're going to be laying more eggs, so I have to make sure they're ready to lay eggs. I did give them the calcium, whatever it is, glucose yesterday, which should be added calcium for them, and they do get it in their grit, I believe. And I think brewer's yeast helps with laying eggs, but I have watched so many videos and asked so many guys what to do, so and really things need to be beaten into my head from the stick. I can't even remember what half the things do half the time. I just know I should be doing them. There's 24 right there on top of the feeder. That is the bird that returned from my father-in-law's funeral, and has been breeding me some good youngsters. So one of his young were second back home from the 350. The 350 was only 150 miles last year, so it wasn't that. Unfortunately, I can't judge on that race because they brought the race back 200 miles because of the conditions. But the young that he bred me were beautiful and did perform well. So I'm really hoping his birds do something, just because of the sentimental value of this bird being the only bird to return home from the pigeon release that we did for his funeral. And my father-in-law bought some really good birds. mostly Gannis. He bought a lot of Gannis birds. Actually, Gannis sent him a video. You know, my father-in-law was extremely sick. He wasn't doing well. And Gannis sent him a video just thanking him for, you know, being a loyal customer and always going to him. And, you know, it really meant a lot. It was really like an extended hand that I don't think anyone expected. I don't know if he does that for everyone. I mean, but it just showed me what a nice guy Mike Gannis truly is. And, you know, at the time, I didn't even know who Mike Gannis was or anything about pigeons. And now here I am making a video about this guy's birds. But yeah, that's it, guys. So feeding the birds, giving them everything I can give them, and I'll show you what's going on. So these guys have some young babies in there. I did a video on these guys to see, you know, I can't tell who the dam and sire are because they seem, you know, father and mother, because they seem to be coming out different color than I expected. Although this one might be a check. I will give an update though, and I also did go back. One of the benefits of making videos is you can go back to your videos and kind of do some investigating. And I went back to my videos and I learned, see if you can follow this logic. So I learned that this bird was on top of these eggs first. She moved down here and the parents took over this box. And then 13 days later, she laid another egg here. So there was one egg here, 13 days later, she laid an egg here. So the timeline now is possible. It is possible that this is the mother to these babies. It's possible, but it's not, it doesn't prove anything. It just proves that it is possible. And, you know, unfortunately with the way I'm doing this, I know guys comment all the time, the way this is set up, it is a little tight. You know, it's probably not ideal for what I'm doing, but I'm trying to make the most of what I have. But these guys, once they lay eggs, or once the babies hatch and they want to go lay a second round, they start looking around for somewhere else to lay eggs, like a different box, but there's no other box to lay eggs. So I put the bowls in there for them to lay a second round in those bowls. But unfortunately, you can see sometimes they lay it right next to the baby instead. I mean, they took a lot of the hay out, but I put hay in there. This is the baby that was pretty badly injured, by the way. It looks like she's being fed, which is good. Looks like that baby will make it. But unfortunately now there's an egg in the bowl with that baby. And that baby's probably gonna wanna stick around and be traumatized and, you know, wanna stick with her parents for a little longer. But that is a problem. That can cause broken eggs and infertile eggs and will cause issues. Also, not having a second box to go to, now because of that, they may take longer to lay another set of eggs. They may sit on their young a little longer and not be ready to leave them, which is a problem. However, I'm sitting here thinking, you know, I might, if I'm here next year, I might be able to just build, you know, these are like 16 inches high, and I mean, you can see how these birds sit. You know, I could definitely put like one layer here, like build a small open box and then put a bowl on top. I think that would probably solve my problems. Could I do it now? Probably. Will my wife let me? Probably not. But sorry guys, that's just me thinking outside the box. But yeah, I did. So the good news is they are working on their second round. Bad news is it's not going to plan exactly. That's the first egg I've seen. I haven't gone around to everyone's nest bowl to double check, but that's the first I've seen. Again, here's this dark check. I believe that's a dark check. I mean, that might just be a regular check to some people, which means I think this bird could be breeding blue bars. The chances of this bird breeding 2 blue bars in a nest bowl, I think, are pretty slim. I mean, they might be 50-50. Yeah, I think they're about 50-50 is actually the odds. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking now. But, you know, it's never as straightforward as that. You know, some are light checks, some just have a little check to them. Some come out dark. No news here. Still waiting on eggs again for their 4th round. Big news in here though, I did do an update last week saying I wanted to clean this, and I waited because she looked like she was gonna lay some eggs, and sure enough, she's on 2 eggs. She has a big nest box, so she properly used her nest bowl. They have one youngster over here just hanging out. I see the father come over here and bring him warmth when she's on the eggs. So they're doing everything correctly, and they're one of my favorite pairs, so I'm super excited. See what's going on down here. Not much. No 2nd round, still feeding their youngster. They have plenty of space. I can see some droppings around their nest bowl, so they're probably been sitting in it. Today I'm gonna go pick up some hay. I was offered free hay from someone, but I'm just gonna go pick up a bale of hay myself. It's like 15 bucks. I'm just gonna do that for myself because the Timothy hay, as someone pointed out in my comment section, that stuff's crap. It doesn't really work well. Over here in this section, these are my new birds. This girl is gonna lay an egg for me today. I have a pretty good feeling. And this girl, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. Which I felt her yesterday. She felt like her eggs were coming along. This one for sure today though, for sure. And that is the hen with the pencil cock, who is right here. And I mean, he's one of the birds I was most excited about, along with this guy here, who has made it up to her. So the birds I had my eyes on actually wound up pairing up and breeding me some young. It's kind of exciting, you know. It's kind of, sometimes things go your way. Knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it. I'll just put this out in the universe. I'm hoping that these reds, or excuse me, these silvers do something. I'm hoping they breed me some young. I didn't do a video last night, but I came out here last night at like 8:30, and I mean, those cocks were just cooing, and they were, you know, driving the hens. So I think the hormones are finally kicked in. I think these birds are ready to, you know, really get going and start breeding. But time will tell. I'll do a video on that as well. You can see in their grid, I also, I don't know if anybody knows anything about this. I bought, I guess I could show you. I bought some granulated charcoal. Stronger eggshell, reduce loose droppings, reduce odor, mixed with grit, or offer individually in a separate gallop or grit bowl. It's to aid healthy gut and natural prevention of, I can never say that word, but I've been putting this, you see it's from Vita King. Yeah. I've been putting this in my grit, and they seem to peck it out and eat it. So that's definitely not in the mix. And I also have this as well. The Versalaga, just minerals. It's just red mineral that I put in there as well. So that mineral is actually expired as of a month ago, but I think it's still okay to use in here. Almost done with this video, guys. I always ramble on and talk too long, and my wife asked me what I've been doing outside the whole time, but in here we see this youngster's doing, he's thriving, he's doing well. You can see his wings are kicked out. I don't like when they look like that, but I'm sure he's fine. We do have an egg down here. These are both out of that my father-in-law's bird that came home. This checker hen is mated up to the white red bar over here. So I'm excited to see what comes out of those. This is like their second round, I think. The first round didn't make it. Eggs cracked or got kicked out. And this hen up here is sitting on some eggs as well. I think her first round was infertile. But she's mated up with a bird that was given to me by my neighbor who I flew last year, and you know, I didn't like the way the bird handled, but I shipped him as much as I could. He flew every race, and you know, he did well. So I'm kind of just letting this section do whatever it wants. You can see like I got floor grates everywhere. Like I didn't properly finish this section. I'm just kind of letting it go. And you know, it's funny, but this will probably be the section that does the best for me. You know, just like how this bird here, I didn't like him, I didn't raise him, I didn't breed him, and he did better than most of my birds. It's just luck of the draw, I suppose. But that's it, guys. The loft is coming along. I'm super excited to get some youngsters in my racing loft. It's an exciting time of the year. And I also, part of me can't wait for this breeding season to be over because, you know, it's a lot of work making sure, you know, no one gets scalped. I mean, that's going to be my next problem, is when the youngsters start going to the floor, are they going to get scalped? And also, you know, there's so much more. My video got cut out there for a second. I was just going to say there's so much more droppings. And the smell of the loft really gets kind of funky. And I mean, I need to pick up these grates, clean out the floor underneath. You know, coming out here, you know, gets my asthma going, and I'm gonna have to start wearing a mask soon because it's just so bad. And once I separate them, I'll stop that. I won't have to worry about that anymore. You know, I'll keep everything clean. But you know, with the winter and it's hard to scrape, these floor grates really came in handy. But that's it, guys. I'm going to end the video here, and thanks for watching. I hope you like my videos. I'm not an expert by any means, so I appreciate any input or comments or advice from anybody. And also, I appreciate you guys cutting me some slack with any mistakes I make or anything I say that maybe offends anybody. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.